All right. You want me to? I'll walk through the system.
That?
I can show her the system.
Oh, okay.
Hi, RC.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Glad we can connect.
Yes.
So we realized we have a mutual connection.
Yes, he told me about it.
Someone very close to you.
My husband.
That's
Yes.
fun. It's so fun. Being able to work with Johan and then to meet you has been great.
Yeah.
So he just had a big change going from
Yeah.
Life Gen over to Vermont.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took a chance.
Did you two meet in this at work?
Ages ago, yes. Ages ago, yeah. We worked together back in 2000 I think back in 2000. That's when we met.
Was this at Life Gen?
No. This
Okay.
was through Ensign.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, great. We've met with Ensign also. That's an so you
Small
guys,
world.
yeah, it definitely is. So you guys are local then.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I also have Colin on here. I don't know how
Right.
much Johan shared. I know he's been with us for a while. But we're both part of the Pursue Tech team, and at Pursue Tech, everything we've created and offer to the post-acute world is to save time, to provide time back to your team for resident care. And so ScanToPCC is one of the solutions that we offer that hopefully Johan can attest to is providing a lot of time back for him and his team. So I'm going to share my screen. Are you familiar with the process your facilities take to upload a document into PCC right now?
Yes. So all of our facilities are following the same process right now.
Okay. And is it scanning and going to an email?
So yes, they scan from the copier that they have like a stored email from the copier, and then it'll go directly to them. It saves on their file, and then from there then they will upload.
Okay. And that's the process that PCC offers. PCC heard about our solution that we were using for our facilities and asked us to roll it out for all PCC facilities nationwide. And so this is the solution that PCC offers. It's the only one they have that will change what the process looks like to upload documents. So this is ScanToPCC. It is web-based. So I just went to the website, ScanToPCCapp.com. It's locked down to your facility's IP address, but we do offer single sign-on and we do offer remote access if needed. So I'm going to log in. I'm not at a facility. I'm actually on a test site. So I am required to have two-form authentication on mine and get the number right. And then I'm in. So while I'm walking you through this, if you have any questions, if you want to see something, feel free to interrupt. I'd be happy to show you more about what I'm talking about. So feel free to jump in, interact with it. This is the site. So when you log in, you're going to see your dashboard. And this dashboard, I currently have 23 documents on it. This is my dashboard. And there's 3 different ways you can get documents on your dashboard. And that's what makes us super unique. The first way is you can drag and drop documents wherever you have a document. If it's in your email, if it's in your desktop, if it's in another program, you can just drag that document right here to this rectangle. It goes through a quick virus scan and then uploads your document. So now I have 28 documents. So that's one way. The second way is you can have your E-Fax lines today or down the road directed onto this dashboard as well. So I have a medical records E-Fax brought onto my dashboard. And it's not going to take over your current line. It's going to just run alongside it. So if you already have it going into, your medical records office or your business office, it's going to still go there. It's just going to also come here as well. So you can push it into PCC really quickly. So E-Fax is the second way. And then the third way, which is by far the most popular way, which is what you guys are currently doing, is scanning. We use all of your devices that you have at your facility. As long as they're HIPAA compliant, you don't have to purchase any new hardware. You're going to just take the device that you're currently using and scanning to email, and we just replace it and have your documents. Instead of being directed to your email, it gets directed to this dashboard. So it goes directly from the device to your dashboard, eliminating all those steps in between having to go into your email, downloading it, getting it onto your desktop or in the shared folder. You don't have to do any of those steps anymore. It's just on your dashboard. It also helps protect your patient health information because it's not being displayed across several platforms. It's just here on this one site. So that's how I have my 28 documents here. When I click on one of the documents, it's going to open up the document. I'm going to be able to view it. If it's in color, it's going to show up in color. And then I just want to push it into PCC, and I have to know 4 things: the effective date, the resident, which category, and then I have to name the document. All 4 of those things are right here already for me. So by default, the effective date's already filled out for me. It's says June 25th, 2026. But I could click on the calendar icon right here and change the date. When I click on the resident box, these are all of my residents from PointClickCare. So I never have to add a resident here. I'm just going to click on the box. I can scroll through. It's going to have my discharged, my active, even new residents that are on a wait list or in a CRM. They're going to be here. So I can scroll through them, or I can just start typing a few characters to really quickly find my resident. Then the third thing is your category within PointClickCare. When you click on that box, these are all of my categories. So again, I can scroll through them, or I can just start typing a few characters. There's my category. Now the fourth thing is you have to name your document. And your document is automatically named for you based on the category you chose. So I chose the category consent for psychotropic medication. So my document automatically got named consent psychotropic medication. It has the resident's name and the effective date. This is actually a template that you can predetermine within seconds how you want all of your documents named. And we did this for 3 reasons. 1, to save you time. We want to just shave off as much time as we possibly can in this process. 2, to reduce human error. We want to make sure that all your documents are spelled correctly, because we know that if a single character is off, it's just going to make it that much more difficult to find in a time-sensitive situation. And then 3, you can have uniformity across your entire facility, regardless of who uploads it, even across all the facilities that you oversee. All of your documents will be named exactly how you want them to be named. And then you just hit one of these green buttons to upload your document. They're both going to push it over to PCC. This one's going to take you back to the home page, and this one will bring up the very next document. So when I just hit upload, I just push that document into PCC. When they receive it, they send a success code back to us. So your document gets in your resident chart within about 15 seconds. Now, when we get that success code back, we release your document. There's no reason for us to hold on to it, and it's no longer on your dashboard then. It exists in your resident chart and in your hand, and that's it. Really protecting your PHI. So in real time, this is what it looks like. The effective date's already filled out. I'm going to choose my resident, choose my category, upload. That's the entire process. Let's see. Here's another one. Choose my resident, choose my category, upload. So within seconds, you can push your documents into PCC very, very quickly. It's a very efficient process. We just sent, I think, 5 documents Now we're down to 23 documents on the dashboard. Would that help your facilities?
Question. So, I, I know that Johan had mentioned something about, you can scan, multiple documents that not necessarily the same patient, and then you can sort it, through the software. How does that work?
Yeah, so that's actually a favorite feature that's on here. Here's a document that's 24 pages. So I can go to my device. If I have a stack of 100 documents, regardless of the resident, regardless of which category, where it needs to go, it doesn't matter. I can take it to my device as long as it fits in that document feeder and hit scan the PCC. It will come over here. I just click on my document. I'm able to view my document. This one's 24 pages. I can scroll through if I need to, but scroll through the different pages if I need to. But then right here, there's a purple button that says split PDF. So when I click on the purple button, I'm going to be able to view my document again. But then over here, I have an endless amount of ways I can send this document into PCC. So I'm looking at page 1. I can say, okay, page 1 goes to Victoria, and this is her diagnostic. Then page 2 is, and it could be for the same resident, it could be a different resident. There's no limitations in here. You can overlap pages, you cannot include pages, you can send the entire document to every resident in your facility. It really doesn't matter. When I hit the green button, it's going to push the document separated out and into the particular resident that I chose here. So this is for a different resident, different category. Then I could say page 3 goes to a different resident, different category. And I can just keep breaking this up how I need to. Was that the feature?
Yeah, I think that's the most beneficial feature, time-wise and effort and what have you. I have a question. So, for the software, how do you get access to the software? Is it creating an account, or is it linked to your PCC account? How do we manage that?
So in the settings in there, you can create accounts. You can just go in there and hit the plus sign and create. There's multiple ways. That's the easiest way. Second, if you guys are multiple facilities, we have some customers who send us like an export of their payroll, and we can provision those automatically. And third is we actually have a UAP product that creates your PCC account, and that would create, when it does create your PCC account for new hires, it would create your ScanTo as well. So multiple ways to do it. Ideally, it just depends on how many you're adding. Some people just create them. Some people like to have it automated. It's really up to you.
That's creating user accounts. Were you asking how to get access to ScanToPCC?
Yeah, because I know that in our facilities, more likely the ones that are going to be doing this would be health information department. So I wanted to know if it's just isolated to them or others.
Oh.
So
No,
you can have, yeah, as many users as you want. We recommend, everyone that utilizes PCC right now to get access to it. But we do connect to PointClickCare, and it feeds all of your information on here for each facility.
Okay. It's good information.
Yeah, there's also some other great features in here. Are you guys utilizing E-Fax at all?
We do use E-Fax through the facilities. They're specific accounts, like for example, admissions, or for the nursing. They're very specific accounts for E-Fax.
Okay. So you can actually, within ScanToPCC, you can send and receive faxes from here. So say you have an E-Fax for our main number that medical records utilizes because a doctor needs something she scanned. you can just send it directly from here over to the doctor's office. You can have an address book in here. You can even add a cover page. So I can send this e-fax and then I could also send it into PCC. So you can do some great things like that by utilizing or connecting an e-fax line. And you can connect as much as you want, and it doesn't take over. So if admissions does have an e-fax line and they want to continue running into their email, it's going to keep going to their email. It'll just also be here so it can get pushed into PCC without having to print and scan and do all those steps. It just also shows up here. So here's something that came over via e-fax. I can look through it and see to get it into PCC. We also have, so that your payroll department can use it, you can connect to your HRS and upload to your employee. So just the same way that you would to PointClickCare, I just push that document over. These are just available for you. They are part of the system. If you want to use them, you're always welcome to use them. They are free to have on there. We also have a DocuSign integration. If you guys use DocuSign, you can push out a document for an e-signature. Here's an admission agreement. I can choose my resident, create the document. It'll send it out for an e-signature and it'll come right back to my dashboard and say DocuSign. So this is also an integration in here that you could utilize. And then there's some really great features in here. We do have under the history tab, you're able to view all of your documents that you've pushed into PCC. You're able to see where the document went. You can also see who uploaded it. We see this used so much in case somebody accidentally uploads a document to the wrong place. Instead of having to blindly go searching through PCC, you can just come here and see exactly where it went so you can correct the error. Also, if someone goes out, like a DON goes out on LOA for a week, they come back in, they want to know who's been uploading things into PCC, they're able to see who's been doing it while they're gone. You can search by date. You can also export it if you need to print it out. You can also search by resident, see everything that's been uploaded to particular resident chart as well. And then under settings, we do have 3 different types of users. The first user is a regular user. They're going to just have these 3 standard options here. But then the second type of user is going to be an admin user, and they're going to have these options here. This is really where you can start customizing your site, where you can choose how you want your documents named. Within seconds, you're just going to be able to create a template, save the template. If you like that template and you want it across all of your documents, you just copy it, select all, choose all of your categories, and then just hit copy. So within seconds, you can have that feature turned on and have all of your documents named exactly how you want them named. You can also create users to have different various access to things. And then the third type of user is going to be a corporate user, and they're going to have this tab up at the top, and you're able to look and have an overview of what your facilities are doing, how much they're uploading, where the documents are going, and how many hours they're saving by utilizing the platform. So it's a really great overview of all of your facilities. How many facilities do you have?
Well, we have 23 facilities and 3 additional facilities that are kind of separate. So 26, but as a whole, we're managing the 23.
Okay. So if you also needed access to, every single facility, you can just come up here and there's a little toggle down button and you can switch to the different facilities and view their dashboard. So if you ever need someone to have access to look at multiple facilities, you can do that in here as well without having to log out. You can view them all in one platform.
Yeah, that's a good feature because we do sometimes support each other, even if it's a facility staff, they will support other facilities as well.
Yeah, it's such a nice feature. We've even had people call us and like someone had to leave on a family emergency and so they needed the med rec over at their sister facility now covering for them. And so we just turn on, access to another site so they can cover for them. So it's really nice to be able to toggle back and forth between the different sites.
Okay. Very, very nice feature. I didn't even know that it existed, to be honest. And I just by chance Dave had mentioned to me that you had called, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll give her a call back. How did you hear about us?
You were in my CRM as a PointClickCare user, so I just called Dave just to let him know that this option was available. I like to call facilities and just let them know that there's something else out there. They seem to get pretty excited when they find out they don't have to take that process any longer and that there is a solution. So I called Dave. He was really great to chat with.
Yeah, and he's like, can we get it? Can we get it?
Yeah, I mean, it's so nice talking to them and being able to offer a solution for them. It's just such a tedious job all day long to be scanning each individual document and then uploading them through that 10-step process. And so it's nice to provide a solution to them.
Okay. So, I would have to take this information back to my corporate office. And then I more likely will need to arrange for a demo for you to share it with the team. But I think this is something that can be very useful. Like you mentioned, it saves a lot of time, and 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 how easy this is. And cost-wise, I think it's pretty reasonable for what it can do for us. So and I manage PCC per se, so I'm very much involved with integrations and what have you for PCC, but then in the end, it's going to be corporate that's going to make the decisions.
Understood. All right. Yeah. Well, we'd be happy to do another demo for your team when they're available. I could send you a follow-up email and link this video demo and then some additional information. Is there anything you'd like me to include in there on that email?
If you have any information with regards to time saving, like what it would maybe some metrics as far as what it would normally take doing it the old-fashioned way versus using the software.
Yeah.
And then just the features that you've mentioned. I think that would be very useful.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely can. And then one more feature, since you said you have multiple facilities, one of the things, obviously, this was created originally to save your team time, but we also really want to make sure that those resident charts are always up to date. And so we do have some red dots next to these ones. This means my document has been sitting on my dashboard for longer than the time you would like to have it sit there. So that just notifies me I need to push it into PCC. But what we also do is we also email every user account in the facility to make sure they are aware that a document's been sitting on the dashboard. So this is a really great feature because we've seen so many times someone might scan a bunch of documents and they have to leave on an emergency or something, and nobody knows those documents are sitting in their email account. And so this was something we added in here just as a fail-safe backup so that everyone's always aware, and we want to really partner with you guys to make sure that everything's getting pushed into PCC very quickly, nothing's sitting around.
So this dashboard where all these documents are sitting, this is a facility dashboard, right? It's not specific to a user, but rather the facility.
It just depends on how you set it up. So you could have one dashboard for your entire facility, or you can have a dashboard for medical records. You can have a different one for your medical records assistant. It just depends on how you create your user accounts.
Okay. So that's good that we can customize how. Because I think for the most part, in our facilities, we're trying to standardize our process clear across the way, but then there might be one or two facilities that function a little bit differently. But for the most part, it's medical records that are uploading and admissions marketing that are also uploading. So so those are usually your key people that are uploading documents. So it would be good to have just an overall view of you know, what is in the dashboard for a facility. So like you mentioned, if something gets neglected, then at least there's going to be that point person that can always monitor what's there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm. So, okay, so that's good. There's a system that, you know, that we can kind of check and balance kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad we got the opportunity to show it to you and expand this in the family.
It's really exciting. Thank you. Thank you for reaching out. And yeah, I look forward to sharing this with our team and then talking again.
Perfect. I will send you over an email today and then let me know what date looks good to get that demo scheduled with your team.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Great to
Nice
Have a
meet
meeting
wonderful
you.
you.
day. So nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.